The Awakening. It is the collection of the spiritual discourses given by Swami Ananda Vinod, translated by Prastuti Shrestha and read by Sunny Shrestha. Swami Ananda Vinod has been traveling his spiritual journey for over 35 to 40 years and is a renowned name within Nepal. Countless number of people have joined and benefited from his initiative, popularly known as Vishwa Jagaran Abhiyan, the World Awakening Mission. Dear listeners, you may consider his words to be an insane man's outcry. But once you have read or listened to this book, I am sure that your journey towards the truth will begin at whichever level you are. This book shall be a great help for you on your spiritual path, and thus the name, The Awakening, a friend for the truth seekers. Chapter 16, Yoga, Pranayam and Meditation. Dear meditative seekers, Pranam to your divine health. Please do accept my honor. Here, let me explain the relation of yoga, pranayam and meditation with our health. Dear seekers, in fact, religion is to understand the divinity of the physical as well as mental health. Religion is not about showing off the knowledge that is acquired by reading religious texts. Religion is not about disputing between religious groups in the name of the religion for the sake of temples, mosques and cathedrals. What is temple? A temple is a building constructed by brick and stone where idols are kept. A temple should be a place for meditation. A temple is the home of the Supreme where entry should be permitted to everyone. A temple is called mandir where a man means mind and dir means calm. So a temple is the place where our mind becomes calm. However, today, temples have become the place where the mind gets more disturbed. Any act that makes the mind placid and helps one to obtain the divine health can be said to be religion. Similarly, yoga, pranayam, and meditation have a deep and direct effect on one's health. The practice of these three helps to create divine health within us. Maximum diseases and illness have piled up in the subconscious and unconscious minds of average people, and about 90% of the meditation practices can help in curing the mental as well as physical diseases. If meditation is practiced, various complexities can be easily avoided. These complexities have been created by so-called religions and they hinder the faith of the truly religious people. The problems of the ongoing complexities can only be solved by the joint endeavor of constructing an auditorium where people can practice yoga, pranayam and meditation, discarding the discrimination of caste, creed, language, religion and culture. Dear friend, it is not my principle but my inner cry and humble request to all of you. Yoga, pranayam and meditation directly affects the body, mind and soul in a dynamic way. Different yogic postures help us to increase the flexibility of the body. Similarly, pranayam and meditation help us to increase the amount of vital cosmic energy in our body because in pranayam we take rhythmic breaths. Life is just a game of breath. The breath is the breeze between the soul and the body. It is distributed to all by God. Pranayam helps us to erase illness and clean the dirt off the inner mirror. This is very important for the cure of the mental illness. In pranayam, we take regulated breaths which help us to regulate our life. To regulate breath means to regulate life. Due to the paucity of our awareness about pranayam, we are unaware of the way we breathe. The air we inhale is not enough to open 6,000 pores of our lungs. With the help of pranayam, we can open the remaining 4,000 pores which usually remain filled with carbon dioxide by taking deep and regulated breaths. In Izalin, California, we can visit an auditorium or laboratory where catharsis is practiced for 15 minutes. They allow us to do anything we wish to, laugh, cry, yell, scream and hit the pillows, all of this to expose and release anger. In about 15 minutes of continuous catharsis, our negative feelings get exposed and seekers become placid. In today's society, we are in serious need of similar laboratory in other parts of the world as well. Likewise, in some of the meditation practices I teach, we ask ourselves, who am I? Close your eyes and ask for your real identity. Who am I? Am I the name? Is my identity that of a Hindu, a Buddhist, a Muslim, a Sikh, a Jain? What is it? Let us ask to ourselves. This is the technique of Raman Maharshi. Until we recognize ourselves, it is not possible to solve any problems or avoid any sort of dispute. When we ask for our identity continuously, finally a voice will be heard. It is a voice that was always there, the Om chanting. It is a matter of gratefulness that we keep this holy chant in a man-made boundary. This chanting is boundless. It can exist among any religion or caste. This chant is only heard when all is calm and still. It is the sound of silence, the soundless sound. Even when name, body and mind is left behind, it always remains this sound, the sound of silence. This silence has a miraculous impression on our physical, mental and spiritual health. This sound is born from the depth of meditation. It is born in the depth of all the negativity. In laboratory of Oxford University, an important experiment was performed. In the laboratory, 2 seeds of a seasonal flower were kept in 2 different flower pots. Both of the seeds were equally taken care of with equal amount of water and fertilizer. The one difference, one of the flower pots was kept in a room where pop music was played for an hour, and the other pot was kept in a room where Beethoven's music was played for an hour. As a result, the seed listening to Beethoven easily germinated. The other seed kept in the room where pop music was playing took a much longer time to germinate, and even when it germinated, it did not grow too well. After seeing the results of similar experiments, we can understand the effect of sound on human health. Similarly, in yoga, pranayam and meditation, silent music is played in order to take one to the depth of meditation, into the depth of life. Dear seekers, yoga, pranayam and meditation are the gateway to divine health. There is no other alternative to meditation to feel the real depth of the divine health. Today, we have covered the last chapter of the Awakening series of the spiritual discourses given by Swami Ananda Vinod. I hope that this audio has helped the seekers on the spiritual path. Thank you for listening to this channel.